What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today we're going to be going ahead and finishing out the season here on our Steelers franchise on Madden 22. Now we're going to be hopping into a playoff game, so we'll be finishing out the regular season. And really the only thing that I want to recap with the regular season is that Chase Claypool may be the only player on our team that earns an award this season. He had 1,047 receiving yards and 19 touchdowns. Now those 19 touchdowns are a bit crazy. That's 5 more than the next best player in the league, which is a very interesting statistic. Not that the rest of our team didn't do well. I've shown you their stats at various points throughout the franchise here. We had a really solid season from a lot of players, including Ben Roethlisberger, Najee Harris, as well as a bunch of defensive players and things like that. So we had some really good seasons statistically out of those players, but I did want to highlight Chase Claypool there. We did finish out the season with 2 wins over the Browns and the Ravens. The Browns game was not very competitive. They kind of fell into a slump there at the end of the season. The Ravens game was not competitive either. I think both of our teams sat their starters. I don't know if the Ravens sat their starters or if they just at this point in the season had some guys hurt or what. But we did come away with a victory there, and that was actually a start for Dwayne Haskins. And Dwayne Haskins played really well in that game. He game managed well. I'm really proud of what I saw out of him, so I think he will be our quarterback moving forward. We may look into drafting somebody, but with that being said, we have a playoff game here against the Ravens, so we're going to get to face them a third time this season. Now, I know that our record of 15-2 is not necessarily realistic to real life. I do believe that the Steelers have an opportunity to make the playoffs, and I believe that they probably will because they have a lot of winnable games in front of them, and I believe the Ravens will make the playoffs as well. I could see this being a very realistic matchup here in the playoffs. This is a matchup that we've seen multiple times on multiple different occasions, and it could be a very, very good game. Now, it looks here like the forecast for this game is going to be a blizzard, so that is why this is exciting. I even thought about potentially not streaming this game or not recording this game right away, maybe waiting and seeing if I get a better opponent or something like that. But with it being a blizzard, I think that makes this a very interesting game, and we'll see if it can produce some pretty good gameplay or not. Let's take one look at the playoff bracket before we hop into this game. And so the way things have panned out so far, we obviously got that bye week having the number 1 seed. The Cowboys earned the number 1 seed on the opposite side, and these are the results so far. So Kansas City came out with a big win over the Browns, who managed to sneak into the playoffs at 9-8, which is kind of crazy. 45-10, that result not surprising. The Browns just they can't put things together. The Texans with a very interesting win over the Bills, 36-34. I would say that's pretty unrealistic, but I don't mind seeing them into the playoffs finally, or again, rather. The Patriots fall to the Ravens 17-10, and these are our matchups on the AFC side: Steelers-Ravens, Chiefs-Texans, and then on the opposite side, we see the Saints taking down the Packers, the Buccaneers taking down the Eagles, and the Panthers taking down the Cardinals. That puts the 3 and the 5 against each other, with the Bucs and the Panthers in division, another rivalry game there, and then the Cowboys and the Saints going against each other. So some pretty interesting opponents potentially ahead for us if we can find a way to come out of this blizzard with a victory. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, the one thing that I want to mention here before we hop into it actually is that TJ Watt is still injured. He has a dislocated ankle, so we're going to have to try to survive without him. That means that Alex Highsmith will be taking his place in this game. That's, one of the worst injuries we could have in this franchise is to TJ Watt. He is the backbone of this defense right now. But, he's had a couple of minor injuries here and there for us, and he hasn't performed as well as I would have liked him to this point, so I don't mind the fact that somebody else is getting a shot and getting some time to play. We also are probably not bringing back Melvin Ingram, so I would like somebody else to develop behind him. Like I said, let's go ahead and jump into this and see what happens. All right, let's see this intro. AFC Playoffs. We do see the snow coming down back in the background. I love to see it. I love snow games. That's true football there for me. It doesn't look like there's as much snow on the ground as I would have expected. It is in Pittsburgh here, though. We do have home field advantage, so I'm excited to have the crowd involved on this, although, that can backfire. We've seen it backfire on the Steelers lately, not really backing up their abilities on the field in front of the crowd. We'll go ahead and kick this one off. Ravens start off with the ball. I want to see what they try to do on offense. All right, so coming out here early, I think I'm going to come out in something like a 4-6 bear. I think I'm going to try to come out heavy on defense and just see what happens in terms of them trying to air the ball out. I mean, obviously, yeah, if you get guys open, they're going to be able to catch a nice little 3-yard pass there to start things off. But, you know, in my mind, I think that we got the players out there to try to force the ball out of their hands. So I'm not going to mind the idea of potentially you know, just stopping the run game before all else. They do like to do a lot of this little dink and dunk stuff, though, into the backfield and stuff like that. So not totally sold on trying to go into nickel. I know that they're going to try to spread us out. That's what they you know, seem to like to try to do, but we're not going to bait ourselves into that, I don't think. They got a man open underneath. Lamar tries to scramble. Not sure why he doesn't scramble. Big hit by Alex Highsmith on the edge. That's going to take us down to about the 37-yard line. That does pick up a first. This 4-6 defense is working well for us so far. I see no need to change. Maybe go with a little bit of man coverage here, see if we can't get some pressure that way. Good block shed by Hayward. Not able to get over there to make a play. A little bit of a glitchy run there. I have been noticing lately with whatever they've done to the game recently, there have been quite a few glitches happening within my games. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this game drops me out at some point, because that has also happened to me a couple times since they've updated the game. Nice stop there. Alex Highsmith getting his name called yet again. Already 3 tackles in this game, and that's going to bring up a crucial, absolutely crucial 3rd and 6 here. This is going to put Alex Highsmith in a rushing scenario again. I was trying to get onto a defender to drop back. Not that it would have mattered, because that was a screen play. Good call there by the Ravens. We were over pursuing a little bit. 4 for 4 for Lamar Jackson and up close to the 50-yard line. Pretty successful so far moving this ball. They've, you know, like I said, dinked and dunked it so far, and that's, you know, what they like to do. That's the only success that they have had against us so far whenever we have played them, is kind of that little dink and dunk stuff, and then occasionally they'll hit something big with Lamar or you know, anything of that nature. We're going to try to do a lot of the same. We're just going to keep stacking the box. If they want to drop back and pass it like this, I think, like I said, we have the personnel to defend it. I don't know where he was throwing that. Probably throwing that one out of bounds. Does not complete that to his receiver. We're going to go ahead and show blitz here. We'll bring Edmonds down a little bit as well. Get as many guys into the box as possible. Let them drop back into coverage. They do find a man open. A little bit of a chip block there that gets Edmonds kind of tied up. Cam Hayward, that's a potentially huge injury for us. We don't like to see him going down this early into the game. I'm going to bring Afc down. Looks like we do have a couple of backups into the game at this point. They do have a man open. He almost rolls into a sack, but it looks like whatever happened there with the glitchiness on rolling into the sack is going to actually draw a roughing the passer penalty, unless they're going to call holding, which I don't think. Yeah, they are. We're going to get away with a holding call here, and that's going to take away a touchdown. That's going to be Kevin Zeitler, the experienced offensive lineman, that's going to get called for it. There we go. Cam Hayward going down with a foot fracture. That is not something you like to see. That's one of our best defensive linemen, and that's going to bring up some guys like Harrison Phillips to get more time today. Lamar rolling out yet again. Joe Hayden come up, make that tackle. We got to do a better job of trying to get some pressure here on him. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to dip into the nickel formation and try to call some man blitzes and things like that to get some pressure going into the backfield. Because yes, you know, we want to stop him rolling. That's all well and good, but we also have to you know, have men there ready to pressure him. There's the screen. Missed the tackle, missed 2 tackles. I don't know what that animation is. I pressed conservative tackle and dove. I must have hit the wrong button. Up to the 3-yard line, Lamar Jackson completes another really nice pass. I'm going to go ahead and let that bring up our goal line defense. Not loving the situation that we've put ourselves in here so far. That's a really nice block shed there by Alu to get off that and get him down before he has a chance to get into the end zone. They did have a gap there. They had a gap. I was a little worried about that. We're going to call the 4-6 again. We should have enough guys here in the box to make a stop if they try to run this. Doesn't look like they are. And they find their man open. That looks like it's going to be Marquise Brown on the slant. I think he was covered by maybe Sutton there. And that's going to get them the 7-0 lead early here, unless they miss this extra point. But that's going to get them that 1 touchdown lead. 2:20 left in the first quarter. All right, so coming out here on offense, we have an opportunity to try to get this ball moving. We're just going to dump that one down to our tight end, Jesse James, back in Pittsburgh. Looks like he might have gotten the first down. He does. That'll set us up for a good opportunity here to keep the ball rolling. This play has been hitting for us lately, the strong toss that we have in the playbook. It's been working really well. That's going to get a block in the back, I think. I don't really know about that. That looked like a pretty clean block. Yep, they're going to call illegal block in the back on him, which is a 10-yard penalty. That one hurts. I don't really think that was an illegal block in the back. I actually like this. Maybe have Gentry hit that seam. He's not open. We're going to toss it up to 4. He's there for it. Chase Claypool somehow finds a way to come down with that. I don't know how Big Ben got enough air under that thing to get it downfield to him. What an adjustment to put us on the 40-yard line here. We absolutely needed that. If we just took that hit, if we didn't get that, we were in some bad positioning. At the end of the season there, though, we did not have a lot of fight put up by the Ravens or the Browns. We did not look great on offense. I'll be honest with you guys. And so, I'm a little concerned coming into this game what our performance is going to look like. Big Ben does hit Najee, though. Almost gets the block in front of him. He's going to take us down to the 12-yard line. Beautiful throw. Roethlisberger is 4 for 4. Slightly more accurate than I have seen him as of late, so I'm going to take it. We might be able to hit the halfback base. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump this off to the screen. Najee has the blocker in front. Be patient. And he breaks out for the touchdown. That's going to tie this ball game up. 1 score each. And we have, 8 minutes left in the second quarter. So we are over to the second quarter. And the Ravens will be getting the ball back here. We have forced them into a pretty crucial 3rd and 2nd situation here on their first possession of the second quarter. It looks like he might have rolled forward for that first down. Unfortunately, they are going to pick up that first down. They've been doing, they've been successfully moving the ball like that on us. I don't know what adjustment we need to make, but I do believe there is some adjustment that I need to make in order to get this going in the right direction. And we are going to fall for the Reid option. Edmonds not going to get the tackle. Though Minka does finally chase him down, Lamar Jackson takes that ball all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's not looking good for us. We certainly don't want to give up a score that quickly. We're only 2 minutes past that score that we just had to tie the ball game up. We do have plenty of time on the clock, though. Good reception there. Takes him down to the 18-yard line. We're not doing great in coverage right now. Maybe I need to do a little bit more, maybe like Tampa 2 type of stuff. I also think whenever I get a chance, I'm going to go into my coach adjustments and make sure that we adjust to cover the quarterback on option plays. A good tackle. Oh, I thought he might have had that touchdown. That was really close. Give me a chance here to go to coach adjustments. Option defense, conservative. Yeah, I want to focus on the quarterback option. That's more my concern right now. We're going to guess run left. And hopefully that puts us where we want to be to stop this. Nope, they're just going to dive it up the middle. I don't know that having Cam Hayward out is going to allow us to stop much of that today, so we need to try to not get into situations. And that's going to give Baltimore a 1-possession lead again with 4:44 on the clock. We got to get this ball, try to put some points on this board, and cut down this lead before halftime. And Najee Harris is going to take this. Is he going to get the block? He does not get the block by Claypool. I debated on just continuing to run straight. I decided not to. This is a nice counter play here. Let's see this. Next Gen Stats gets the ball, follows his block. I don't know what 51 was doing, but we did dodge that tackler no matter what because of the bad angle. That's going to be 60 yards total running on the ground in terms of actual yardage ran. Really, really nice play there. That's going to put us in great position. I'm going to try and attack with the tight end again here if we can't get him open. I think he will be. He is open over the middle. Freiermuth Close. He's trying to fight into the end zone. Gets us down to the 3-yard line. A ton of time left on the clock. So I actually want to score quick here, because if they get the ball back, whether they score or don't score, I would like to have a little bit of time on the clock to have an opportunity with the ball again. A great block by Kevin Dotson, and Najee Harris is going to find the end zone again and tie this ball game up. Huge plays there. Najee Harris carrying us in this game as I expected. 3:22 left, Baltimore getting the ball back. Following a quick 3 and out, we do have an opportunity here on offense. I believe I have this schemed up in a way that we should get our man open. I thought Juju would get a little bit more open than that. We will hit Claypool underneath. That should take us down to the 2-minute warning. Up near midfield, though, giving ourselves potentially an opportunity to take the lead here before half. We do get the ball at the start of the second half, so this could be a massive momentum swing. You know, that was the first defensive stop by either team so far this game. And I'll take it. You know, if we're the first ones to get that defensive stop, we get the ball second half. We were really setting ourselves up for a positive result here right now. 4 rushes, 45 yards for Harris. We have not actually put the ball on the ground as much as I thought. I honestly think what's happened so far has been, you know, just like we're breaking long plays. There we go. Harris with another nice run, fighting through some tacklers. About a minute and a half left from the 35-yard line. Might be an opportunity here for us to take a shot downfield. I don't love any of what we have going here. We'll just roll with what they have called. We'll go ahead and toss one up to the corner. And he comes down with it. Did he get both feet down in bounds? What a catch by Pat Freiermuth. Huge catch, 3 receptions, 45 yards for him on the day so far. Juju's over there on the sideline. You can tell he's pumped up, trying to get this crowd to get going. I know that we're on offense, though, so I don't know why he's pumping up the crowd. We don't want it to be loud on the field. Look at that catch. He gets his second foot down. They might review this. I don't know if that right foot comes down in bounds or not. Let's see if they come out and try to review this play or not. They're not. They're going to let us go ahead and roll with it. You know what? Najee has been doing well for us today. I'm going to try to split him out, and I'm going to see if they don't cover him. Come on, snap the ball. Snap the ball. Oh, man. Toss it up for Juju. Back corner of the end zone. All right. Good opportunity. 35 seconds left. Who do we want? I kind of want to attack the back corner of the end zone again. I'm not loving what it's given me play call-wise. We do have timeouts, so I guess we can attack the middle of the field if we need to. Claypool's running that out route. We could try to give it to Freiermuth again. Claypool's open. Good toe tap on the sideline, uncovered. Even better ball by Ben Roethlisberger and Chase Claypool and Big Ben. The air connection that has gotten us so many touchdowns this season. 19 touchdowns between the two of those guys so far this season is going to put us up before half with a 7-point lead. All right, and here we go at the start of the second half. Time to start to put the ball on the ground even more. We will probably end up seeing a bit of Kalen Ballage in this game as well, if not Benny Snell, Anthony McFarland. You know, a combination of guys to try to chew some clock. We do want to put some more points on the board, so we're not going to be completely conservative with our play calling here, though I do, you know, want to mention the fact that that we need to keep this ball on the ground and you know, basically do our best to maintain possession, because if we give up some dumb type of a turnover or something because we're trying to air it out too much, I'll be kicking myself at the end of the day. So here we go, another nice run. Harris breaks another tackle up to the 45-yard line, and I'll be back with you guys as anything important happens. And here we go from the 23-yard line. We've now run quite a bit of time off the clock. Harris is finding room to run. And with that huge rush, 20-yard rush, he's going to go over 115 yards today on the ground. Goes over 100 yards officially. And we're down to the 3-yard line. We're going to see Ballage sub into the game. I might try to attack that linebacker there, though. Actually, I kind of like the idea of this alert bubble. I think we can hit it. Make a move. Oh, man, a nice tackle there by the linebacker on the edge. Pretty solid play. That'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 4. I don't mind the fact, though, that I did run some more time off the clock. That does get Harris back in the game, which is potentially good for us. Another loss. We get blown up on that one, so that brings up a potential passing situation as we hit the 7-yard line. Do we have anything to attack the corner of the end zone, though? I actually like the idea of this. I think Juju on that route is probably going to get open. In, out, get the spacing just slightly off on our throw. We're going to have to settle for a field goal here, though. I will take the 2-possession lead, and there's only 2.5 minutes left in the third. The Ravens offense has been stalling here. It gives us another opportunity here to kill some time. So Harris going to get the ball some more. We will also be rotating backs now a little bit more than we were before. Try to get some other guys worked into the game. We don't want to take Harris completely off the field because I want him to stay warm and I want him to be ready. This is still a close game. Anything could happen and they could end up with the ball back. Come on, Dotson, get your butt moving. We're getting huge running lanes now, though. I think what we've done so far in this game, attack-wise, has got them spaced out. I think more than they would like to be, especially in a game like this, where we know that this ball needs to be on the ground. I think that they're a little bit worried about us passing. So we'll just do a quick little hitch play. Nice route there by Freiermuth. Picks up another secure reception. And we are, mixing in a couple of those things, trying to keep them respectful of our passing game as well. And I think that's what's been really helpful in the run game so far. This takes the ball up to a 2nd and 3. We are going to try to run the counter. Come on, come on. Ooh, try to make a move. He's going to break a tackle. Oh, and he stumbles. I don't know what that animation was at the end. If he could have gotten a little bit of a speed burst, he might have been gone. Let's go ahead and try to hit another counter play. Honestly, I'm going to hit the dive. I was going to say, honestly, I'm loving these counter plays. They've been working great for our offense. I think they work well when you have an offensive line that isn't the best in the world. You get teams over pursuing in one direction, especially if you can get the ball moving on the ground. Nice block there by Zach Banner. Zach Banner took on 2 people and sprung us for a first down. We might be able to eat the rest of this clock depending on how we do here. We're just going to keep pounding this rock. Why not? Give it to the big guys that have been eating up front and give it to Najee Harris. Najee Harris deserves this. Could he get a 200-yard rushing game in a playoff game? That would be massive. I don't think he's gotten one so far this season. I think it's very possible. Balazs checks into the game. I'm almost tempted to pass this one. Force them to respect that pass once again. 2nd and 7, only going to pick up 2. This might put us into a passing situation, try to pick up a couple of yards. I like the tight end angle. That's been there for us so far. Juju could be open on the outside. Claypool could be open. I could see Freiermuth. We got a lot of good options here on this play. Oh, that's not going to be good. Nice jump ball combat catch, though, by Freiermuth. He has been an absolute lock for us in this game. He has been a super reliable target, and honestly, I'm going to take my shot here to Juju in the back corner of the end zone. They're stacking the box. I'm going to give my guy an opportunity to try and go up and get one. Juju's there for it. Oh, and the ball was lofted a little bit too much. It took too long to get there. That was the real problem there. I know that they're going to be coming hard for me, though, so a screen might work. Looks like they've spaced out a little bit to match our personnel, though, because, we've shown that we're not afraid to pass it. Gray blocks up front. Harris keeps fighting down to the 4, up to 169 yards on 19 rushes. And I think that's going to be the game crash. Yep, it is. We'll be back in a second. All right, so let's go pick this one back up where we left off, 14-24. This game crashing is killing me, man. It's been happening like non-stop lately. I don't know why. Anyway, I think we're in a position here to score potentially. Yeah, down on the 4-yard line. I don't know that that clock is perfectly accurate, but this will give us an opportunity to potentially hand off to Najee and get him another touchdown. Good blocks. Not so much. Good block shed there by the nose tackle or D-tackle Campbell. I'm just going to go, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going goal line, and I'm just going to try to power this one forward at least once, if not twice. I know we can hit the pass. I know Claypool can find his way open. He's such a big physical receiver. Unable to power that one forward. Do I put the ball in the air? Because if I get intercepted, play call wise, I don't know. I don't love it. If I get intercepted or something like that, that could cost us. I'm going to go ahead and let this clock run down and take a timeout. and try to come up with a maybe a toss play or something like that. Just something to give us some space that might even eat a little bit of clock to the outside. Something that'll take a little bit longer to develop run-wise. There's one play that I like quite a bit. If we go to single back, I don't know if we have it in this playbook. I believe it's out of wing. Yeah, the halfback toss crack usually works pretty well. I swear, we're going to crash again. That's 2 times within the span of about a minute that we're going to crash on this. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here lately. I don't know what changed with the game that it's giving me all these crashing issues. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm not totally upset that it crashed because I picked the wrong play. I know that I hit the wrong button. I hit square instead of X, so at least now I have the correct play selected. Not that it's going to work and not that this game's not going to crash again. That brings us down here to the goal line. Good opportunity, good blocks. Najee breaks the arm tackle, gets us in, and that is absolutely going to send us to our next playoff game. Absolute beast run there by Harris. Great blocks on the edge. Puts us up 31-14. And I don't know. I figure they're probably going to try to score here again, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything done. I'd say that's pretty much the game, guys. They do have a good opportunity here, 3rd and 10 from the 26-yard line. I don't know what it is lately with this game that, like, I mean, it's been all year. I shouldn't say lately. Nice connection there to Marquise Brown. I just don't know why. It's like this. It's the CPU. Like, they fight and fight and fight for the entire first half. You can have a great first half against a team. And then second half, it's like they don't know how to call plays. It's like they don't know how to script an offense. I don't know what it is. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know what the truth of the matter is, but it's really just generally like they don't know what they're doing whenever they hit the second half of the ball game. You know, they let themselves get kind of blown out in the second half. That's going to take us to a 10-point lead, though. That's going to make this game a close game, so we do have to try to close this one out on the ground, and we'll see if we can do that here. At the very least, we'll force them to use their timeouts, make their life difficult if they get this ball back and try to score. We have the blocks. Najee Harris runs somebody over. Najee Harris, I think he's going to break 200 yards. He might get into the end zone again. He does. What a beast of a run by Najee Harris. He's going to take that one all the way into the end zone. I want to see what his rushing total is after that. Let's see these next-gen stats. He takes this one, cuts it outside. Great block there by Banner. That guy probably should have made the tackle, but he got sealed in. Harris makes the truck on Clark. And that's the first time in a while that I've seen somebody break a truck stick like that. I don't know what that running animation is where he's leaning completely back, but gets himself into the end zone. Beautiful, beautiful play. And there we have it. We're going to get to kneel this one out here at the end of the game after stopping Baltimore on offense one more time. We're going to go ahead, let that clock run out. I want to see what the stats were if Najee got over 200 yards. It didn't look like our offense got over 200 yards rushing, though. I would have thought with a big run like that, that would have gotten us close. I could be wrong. Baltimore obviously upset not to get that rivalry win in the playoffs, but I'm going to take that, dude. That is a hard-fought victory. All things considered, I wish Baltimore would have come out with more of a fight in the second half, but I feel like that's just a CPU thing. They just don't. They don't come out with the same type of game plan, the same type of fight, and the same type of ability to score in the second half. It's a bit odd. They did have more passing yards than us. That's kind of a product of them being down in the game. They didn't do great on the ground, only 83 rushing yards. Claypool had a huge touchdown for us. Big Ben did a great job managing that game. Harris had a massive game, and that'll do it for us. Let's go ahead and check the stats. I want to see what Harris had. Yeah, see, I don't know why it like told us at the top of the screen we only had 177 rushing yards total. Najee Harris himself got 24 carries for 224. Now, our receivers clearly didn't get involved in the game all that much. You can see the only guys that received a pass were Freiermuth, Jesse James, which is both our tight ends, our halfback Harris, and then Claypool was the only receiver on our team to actually make any catches, which is kind of crazy. Very, very interesting game there. I hope that you guys enjoyed. That's going to be us advancing. Let me go ahead and finish out this game, and I'll get us advancing on to the next week and check out who our next opponent is here in the Steelers franchise. But that sets us up for a very nice playoff run here. That's Mike Tomlin's first playoff victory in a while. while, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do all of this stuff real quick, and then I'll see you guys to check out who our next opponent is. Real quick, unfortunately, it looks like Cam Hayward will be out for 4 weeks, which I think puts him out for the remainder of playoffs, even if we made the Super Bowl. We will get TJ Watt back at some point, so that's crucial, but losing Cam Hayward is very tough. I'm glad we beefed up on the defensive line earlier in the season by acquiring Harrison Phillips. I knew that would be massive. I know the Steelers still really haven't done anything like that in real life, and that's, I think, going to come back to bite them if they do end up making the playoffs. Regardless of that, though, our opponent is going to be the Houston Texans. Of all teams, the Texans are going to make it here. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to have to check out to see if Watson is playing or not and look into that situation, because I don't know. Like, if Watson got them here, I don't think that's realistic. But at the same time, I don't want to just get a free win because I manually bench Watson or I nerf his overall. So I'm going to have to look into that before our next episode. But if we do win the AFC Championship game, that's going to put us into a matchup against the Buccaneers or the Saints. It looks like the Buccaneers, trying to make a run back to the Super Bowl. Saints trying to get back there for the first time in a while. Very, very interesting playoff bracket here. I'm really intrigued by what's going to happen the rest of the way here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. It looks like we're going to have another Blizzard game here in Heinz Field. I'm looking forward to it to finish out this playoffs, this postseason here. It does look like Deshaun Watson is the one playing there for the Texans. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a good one.